Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Tom back here with another video, and in this video today we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best point guards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM on a tier list. Now this tier list is going to be on both current and next gen, so it's not just the next gen tier list, it's not just the current gen tier list, this is both combined. So DBG knows probably more about next gen, whereas current gen I know basically everything there is to know. So massive shout out to DBG for making this tier list, and if you do not sub to DBG, make sure to go do that before we do anything else. And if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button, as we're on the road to 70,000 subscribers.
Currently keeping, while recording this video, have a little bit of an eye out on the England versus Ukraine game, and oh dear lord, this is going badly. This is going badly already. 3, 4, or 6 minutes into the game.
Can't really say I watch soccer.
Anyway, Caruso.
That Caruso is not good. Like, that Caruso might even be E. Like, he's fine, but at this stage, we're in July now,
He's
guys.
alright, he's mediocre.
We're literally in July.
But, like, he is quite an old card. And this Caruso,
he's a little bit better. He's the best point guard we got.
Caruso, actually, I did not realize how easy this challenge was for him. He was the no assists, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be a little bit tedious. No, this was the easiest one.
No, that challenge is super easy.
Not the easiest. This is up there, the easiest ones.
It's super easy. All you got to do is burst to the rim.
That was a very, very weak, or very easy challenge. But Caruso, his wingspan is kind of the big thing. I think he's 6'5", but I think his wingspan's only 6'6". A lot of the 6'4" players have 6'9" wingspans. Like, that's a really common height wingspan combo. But his release is only mediocre.
I think Wade has it at 6'10", I think, actually. But
like, he's fine. He's not.
Caruso's
again,
fine.
Not the best card, but
he's just fine. That's the best way you can describe him.
So then we've got Ben Simmons.
S. The dude's
Ben
incredible.
Simmons is absolutely insanely good.
Whether you're current gen or next gen.
He's one of the easiest players to green with in this game.
He absolutely is.
I've never seen people green with anyone on current gen as much as this Simmons. And again, I use the...
I don't know. He's not my most
small forward on my team.
People do
a lot of the time, I've actually
ended
up changing that up. I think I'm gonna run Danny Ferry more at small forward now. And
nah, Ben Simmons, like, his release is definitely chick, man.
Either way, though, that Simmons is exceptional as well. But Simmons is one of the biggest green windows.
Plus, he does have hot spots. That's the big difference.
It's not too slow to use. So, yeah, Ben Simmons is incredible. Ben Simmons also gets the best dunking animations in the game. So,
and even defensively, he's pretty solid, right? And that's the big thing.
Personally, I said it. I was higher on Simmons than anyone last year.
I don't know. That last Simmons,
I thought Simmons was better.
That last Simmons we got was just OD. The first Simmons we got was good, but he was not the best.
Whereas Simmons, the NBA's back was better than to go LeBron and Giannis at point guard.
No, that NBA back.
And I think this year, if we do get we're getting another Ben Simmons, and I think that's going to be the best point guard in the game for the rest.
Oh, 100%. I don't think there's many people going to argue.
Point guard happens. Okay, Chauncey Billups.
You stink, Chauncey. The pink.
Listen. I'm putting him in E.
The pink diamond Chauncey was okay because for his time he was like a good defender. This Chauncey just stinks.
He can't. No. I'll give him D tier. His jumper is so bad.
He can play a little D though.
It is so bad, lads.
Objectively, like him compared to like a Cole Anthony, right? He can play a little D. So
like, it is,
even compared to Chris Paul.
Easily one of. Sorry about that. I had to. Something fell. It is easily one of the top 4 or 5 worst releases.
It is bad. DBG is 100% right. It is bad. But I mean, Chauncey does do some things at a decent level. So he's got to take the good with the bad, right?
He's undersized. He can't shoot. He's not the greatest dunker.
But for this stage in the game, do not run Chauncey Billups. It's really just that simple.
I mean, I might be going down to E tier. I'm gonna put him in E tier for now. I think Caruso's better. If you ask me, I'm taking Caruso or Chauncey. I think Caruso.
I don't know who I'm taking. You're not good.
He as well. He's 6 foot tall.
Chris Paul stinks.
I'm sorry, he's 6 foot tall.
For any of the Chris Paul stands out there, hey, he's in the finals, right? In real life, he's fine, but
he can't do anything with the ball.
On current gen, man, what are we doing with him?
You can probably use Chris Paul for offline play, but I think any sort of online play, he's going to really struggle. His release, it's not awful, but it's mediocre.
I do like CP3's release, especially if you're on next gen.
So
I like his release on next gen. I'll be the first to say that.
For me, it's
like I think it was the Amethyst CP3 that I was pretty high on.
Kobe White. I think Kobe White splits these in C tier. 6'5", really good release. His
I can't say I've used Kobe White that much.
Is good. He's more of a next gen A card because of base 80, but I
can't say I've used Kobe White that much, especially if you're on current gen. I wouldn't consider picking.
I know a lot of people aren't quite as high on Kobe White as I am, but again, I'm a next gen player. I do think there's just a better alternative to him.
He is better than everybody below him though, so I can't say much.
who's basically the same card with a better player build and cheaper. But for me, I think Kobe White definitely belongs.
I'm fine with
C tier. Is you can maybe argue him up in B tier, but
no. I think Caruso is definitely a step above Kobe White. Maybe I'm biased just that I don't like the base 80.
I think C tier is where he belongs. Okay. Cole Anthony.
I don't like you either. I just don't.
Cole
I do not
like
like
better
Cole
than
Anthony.
these guys, but not by much. I would have been D, E.
Give me Pink Diamond Caruso way above Cole Anthony. That's what I'll say.
I'll put him D tier.
But at the same time, Chauncey stinks and so does Chris Paul. So I don't know. I agree, DBG. You can go anywhere. I'm going to be intrigued to see where he puts Dame. Sexton's D tier.
I mean, Sexton is only 6'1", but he does have like an almost max wingspan.
I think it's 6'10" wingspan or 6'9". He's D tier, I think. He's way better than Chris Paul.
As well.
He's much more usable.
I'm going to go D tier.
That's where I'd go. Where are you going to put Dame, though? I think Dame stinks.
So actually, we're going to fill out the worthless tier now. Kyle Lowry's going to go into worthless tier.
Kyle Lowry's bad. He stinks. Louis Dampier's
Pritchard
worthless.
is
I'm sorry.
Awful. He's going into worthless tier as well.
Please move Louis Dampier down there.
I mean, Trae Young is definitely worse than these.
That Trae Young card stinks. They gave us that Trae Young, and I recorded some videos about that because that was blasphemy. That card stunk, and Trae Young deserves something decent. Trying to think.
I mean, he's got base 3.
But how many people are running
Jason
Williams?
And worthless there as well.
That's the thing.
That's
Nobody's gonna run that card. Is Jason Williams better than Chris Paul though?
Actually, he is pretty awful to be honest.
I don't know.
He's not like unusably awful, but he is. He is quite awful.
He is a step below the people at E tier. If you really stop and think about it. Please move.
Anyone else? Conley kind of sucks. But is Conley better than CP3? I think I'm gonna move CP3 down to worthless there.
I think you
These
have to.
These two guys down here might make a bit more sense.
That's fine. We got a lot of low tier players though. Kemba's stinks,
pretty bad.
Kemba is bad. I tried using that dude and he stinks, man. Let me tell you,
Louis Dampier is pretty bad.
Yeah, Louis Dampier. That's the guy I wanted in worthless the whole time.
Like the only reason Sexton, and if you're looking at really small point guards, the only reason Colin Sexton and Rajon Rondo, wherever Rajon Rondo is, are in a tier above is that they have ultra long wingspans. Like Rondo has an ultra long wingspan.
I think it's Rondo that's 6'10". Yeah, I think he's 6'1" with a 6'10" wingspan. I think that's who it is.
Him and Sexton.
I think Collins is 6'9", but
yeah, I mean these guys in E tier.
I like what DBG's doing at these lower tiers. I really do.
Okay, so then we got Dame. I think Dame's a step above. Dame's still not great.
He's bad though. I'm fine with E tier, but he's bad. I would
most definitely not.
I don't even think. I mean, if you're a big Dame fan, you can run him, but you can't be like, okay, well, Dame's got Hall of Fame blinders, so he's cheesy. Like he's just not good. Dame is just he's not
one of the better players in this E tier. But again,
yeah, but he's not
a little
good.
bit undersized.
Because E tier in itself.
In terms of going to the basket, he does feel quite slow on next gen. Like 6'2" and lower feels a lot smaller than 6'3". And then we got De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is the first little point guard to be going in D tier.
What is
I
Fox?
think De'Aaron Fox, decent wingspan.
6'3".
I like Paul George base. He's lefty.
He's fine.
Really, really
well. I mean, he's fine. He's not nearly as good as the other De'Aaron Fox that we got earlier in the year for his specific time. But
for me, I do feel like he is a really nice card, and I think D tier is where he belongs.
Is DeJounte Murray C tier?
Okay, DeJounte Murray.
When are we gonna get to the good cards? That's what I'm wondering.
Big.
He's big. I think he's better. I think he's better than the guys at D tier. Quite honestly,
and his release is not good.
I'd have Murray.
I mean,
it's
not like Jason Kidd bad. It's not Chauncey Billups bad, but it's not good either.
It's not good, but I think his defense puts him over the top. I'd have DeJounte at C tier.
I'll give DeJounte D tier as well. I think
he deserves more respect. DBG.
He's okay.
Where are you gonna put
Boogie Cousins? 6'11" point guard or 6'10" point guard.
I think you gotta put him in B tier.
Do we even have a good Boogie Cousins that plays center in this game?
I don't think so.
I don't actually think so.
I really didn't we get one in a Spotlight Sim, but that was a pink diamond, wasn't it?
I may not. I thought Boogie was decent last year, but I was such a big fan of Boogie in 2K19, man. I thought that Boogie card was like
Boogie's been good in past games, but it's just like
I remember it's
the same thing with Melo though. Melo was good in past games. I don't know. It's just sad to me.
First set of tier lists where the first time it is
the fact that a guy like Boogie Cousins or even Melo are just not good at
tier of his own.
I haven't used it.
Darren Williams. I like him, but because of no blinders, he doesn't really become the most effective on
And that's the thing on current gen. He doesn't have blinders, which doesn't matter because on current gen
Yeah,
he's not going to be
when he's
usable
D-tier.
anyways. I mean, he's a lot better on current gen that Darren than the other one, but
Do I
he's
have
just
too
not
many in
it.
the lower tiers?
That's what I thought. DBG.
Honestly,
like,
I don't think I do. I just don't think I've come to the good players yet.
I mean, you can say you haven't come to the good players, but there are not very many
Derrick
good
Rose,
players.
the same tier as these guys. He's a very similar player. Oh, come on, Ukraine. Ukraine are on attack. Come on. Come on. Oh, damn. Pickford made a save.
What?
Okay. Derrick Rose. Other Derrick Rose. You know what? He's a little point guard, but he is invincible.
Derrick
I'm gonna
Rose
put-
is way better than Kobe White, guys, on current gen. It's not even comparable. That invincible Rose compared to Kobe White is so much of a difference. Honestly, that Derrick Rose deserves B tier for how good he's on current gen. He's better than
Little
Caruso.
Derrick Rose. And
He's better than the better Caruso. I'm sorry, he is.
Donald
Yeah, you guys might. I'm not saying Derrick Rose is the best, but he's better than that Caruso and B tier right now.
between D and E. I'm
Donald's
gonna go
D-
E tier, but
I'd go
man, he was
D
good
tier.
for his time.
I'd go D tier.
He was
People
really
at E
good for his
tier
time. His
just not
time is
it.
just unfortunately not now. Gary Payton.
See,
I mean, I
Ooh.
think at 6'4" Payton is good enough.
My thing is like, is Gary Payton better than Derrick Rose invincible card though?
But
I don't know.
You say he
DBG.
belongs in B tier. He gets good defensive animations.
I think that invincible Rose though belongs in
and
B
he,
tier
in my
too.
opinion, shoots the ball really, really well.
Like, who are you gonna put in these top tiers? I don't know.
Do I put?
Move D Rose
I just
up.
want to see what A tier is looking like.
There's not very many good point guards
I
left.
mean,
DBG.
A tier is probably
You got maybe 2 dudes to put up there.
like Lonzo. Yeah, Lonzo's A tier. Yeah, I'm happy with my tiers.
I just feel
Even
like
if
it's
there
gonna
is
be
way too many
bottom
low
heavy.
Tiers, I'm fine with that.
Okay, that's
Gilbert,
fine.
C.
Because that's what it's gonna end up. We know that. Gilbert's
Purely
fine.
because of Trey Burke base.
I do think the Trey Burke base is massively overrated in this game. I want you guys
Screw
to
it.
know.
Gilbert's no better than De'Aaron Fox or Darren Williams.
Ooh. I'll take Agent Zero over those guys, but
Grant
it's not
Hill.
worth me arguing
Grant Hill,
about.
A tier.
Grant Hill
Hill's
is
still
good,
a really
man.
good point guard.
He is so elite. He belongs
His
in A tier,
defense,
but
his
he is
offense,
definitely
everything
elite.
about Grant Hill is still really, really solid. I think his shooting is the one thing that lets him down.
I mean, it is, but
Like, if you
jump
were to
shot
ask me
1
about
is not
Grant Hill,
that
I would
bad.
say pretty much everything except shooting is perfect.
He was the first
Base
hard
one-
badge-wise that was just
One for
immaculate.
me is a really, really iffy release.
I don't think
Like,
it is,
I am
though. On
by
next gen,
no
I'm
means a
chicken,
fan
man,
of
with
base
that
one.
release.
I think it's one of the weaker releases in the game. And I feel like
And I feel like on
if you
next gen,
can't
I'm
green with a
chicken.
player at this stage, there's no point using them. And
Which
it's the
I do
reason
partly
why,
agree
for me,
with. Partly.
I haven't liked Grant Hill anytime I have used him in game. But yeah, it's just honestly.
I
just
do
because
feel
can't
like
green
I
him.
do feel like
Jamorant-
Grant Hill's a card. If you use a lot, though, you're gonna
I
be
mean,
able to green
Jamorant
him.
and De'Aaron Fox, if you've ever looked at like their animations and stuff,
This
they are
list
the
is gonna
same
be
card,
so bottom heavy. It's
except
gonna be
the
wild.
only difference is that one of them.
I guess we got like
has
LeBron, Lamar. We got some like LaMelo. We got some good, decent guys coming up. I guess.
Well, sorry, one of them's right-handed and one of them is left-handed. That's literally it.
Yeah, give me Ja
That is
though,
the
because
only
he looks
difference.
cool.
They are the same card,
And 'cause I like Ja more.
except
So.
one is right-handed and one is left-handed.
And I don't like using left-handed players. Like Lamar
So
Odom
for
will
that
never
reason,
play for me.
honestly, it's hard to put them in. Well, not hard to. You just can't put them in different tiers.
Where's he gonna put Jason
because they are
Kidd?
pretty much
E
the
tier?
exact same card. So anyway,
I mean, he could play a little
now
D.
we are on to Jason Kidd. I mean, Kidd's good on defense, but man, he can't shoot. And if somebody can't shoot, at this stage of the game, if somebody can't shoot, you can't put them higher than that.
I mean, him and
Like,
Chauncey
there
are
are
basically
so many
identical. Wherever Chauncey
unreal
is
cards in
wherever
this
J
game
Kidd has to be.
That you cannot
It's just like with the gauntlet
cannot
spotlight
get
Sims.
away
We did not get a lot of good point
with
guards.
using Jason Kidd as your point guard.
No, you shouldn't use him or Chauncey.
Well, not that you can't get away with it. There's just no point.
Where is he gonna
There's
drag Jeremy
10K.
Lin?
Not even 10K. You can buy freaking RJ Hampton for so cheap, for like 4K NT. There's no point in using Jason Kidd when there's RJ Hampton exists.
Jeremy Lin's
Jeremy
C
Lin,
tier. He's C tier.
He's alright, but he's on kind of the level of these guys. Jerry West.
I think Jeremy Lin's one step above those guys.
Same with Colin Sexton and Rajon Rondo.
Jerry West stinks,
He's got
guys.
that really, really long wingspan.
Do not
but
use
he is
Jerry
kind of
West
at
under
that
any
lower tier.
circumstance. Where are you gonna put Stocky Poo?
Okay, basketball John.
He's at least E tier. Just
I'm
because
gonna
his
put
name's John Stockton, he's at least E tier.
Basketball John.
He's at least E tier.
I kind of like his release.
He's at
I'm
least
gonna put
E
Basketball
tier.
John
Thank
E tier,
you.
and he gets the most weird dunk. It
Just put some respect on John
just looks
Stockton's
so funny
name.
dunking the ball with him.
Put some respect on his name.
So
we got that
Basketball
glitch
John
John
is
Stockton
going
so
into E
early
tier.
this year. That's
And
absolutely
Ty,
wild.
if you're reacting to this and wondering why I'm calling him Basketball John, type in Basketball John into YouTube search.
Basketball John. I got a basketball John.
What is this? I'm just confused more than anything.
John
What
Wall
in the
B-tier.
world is What?
I still think John Wall's good.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
John Wall's a really, really solid card.
No, I
The
do
only
like
problem
John
with
Wall.
Is that
I really
6'4".
do. John Wall is good.
You can get away with a 6'4" point guard. Again, these
Plus,
B-tier
I
guys
don't
are all
mind his
good.
release.
Boogie's good. Caruso's good.
They're
Payton's
okay.
good. Wall's good.
These B tier cards are not cards I'd want to
It's
use,
just
though.
the problem is
The gap
that,
between A tier and B tier right now is massive. I just want you guys to know that.
like there's being good sometimes might
Like
not.
the gap between Lonzo and Grant compared to John Wall, and the gap between John Wall and a guy like, let's say, Gilbert Arenas, the gap between A and B is bigger than B to D.
Isn't enough to get into the top 2 tiers, to be completely honest. Being good sometimes is not enough.
That's just my
no.
opinion on things.
Oh no. Oh, thank God. Look like we're gonna score. Okay, Kobe Bryant.
I mean, if you're on current gen, he's fine. I'm not a big
As
Kobe
much
fan.
as I don't want to put him here, because I
I'm
think
not a
he's-
big Kobe
Like
fan.
he is B/low A on current gen. He's like E tier on next gen.
And even on current gen,
So
you
he's
should
gonna go
not
C
use
tier?
this Kobe Bryant card. It's just, I'm sorry, you just shouldn't.
Like he's the 4th best Kobe in the game.
That's what I'm saying.
Invincible Kobe, Galaxy Opal Kobe, and
Yes, I get it. He can play point guard, but
the Team USA Kobe are the best.
it's just not
Kobe's.
worth it to play this Kobe. I'm sorry.
But I mean, he can still shoot a little bit. His release is only on quick and not very quick.
That's the big problem. I mean, that's really what the problem
Again,
comes down to.
There's a lot of decent things about this card. The problem is he gets a Kobe Bryant dribble style. On next gen, the guy can't move.
I would say on current gen, Kobe moves decently, especially on
The guy
defense.
cannot move. The guy feels so slow, so clunky on next gen that
And he's not. I'm not high
mean,
enough on him on current gen to really argue where he's at on this list. In the whole, he's just not it.
he's tough to use against someone who knows how to defend him. So for me, we have got him in here at C
No, on
tier,
current
but do you
gen,
wanna
is he
put him
better
B
than
tier or
Rose
here?
and
You want-
Kobe
on
White?
current gen, you want
Probably.
him low A. That's fine. He's just
No.
on next gen.
I'm
Kyrie,
not that high on him.
Kyrie's
Kyrie
release
stinks.
is horrendous. I don't know what 2K have done with
Kyrie
Irving's
just stinks,
release,
man.
but
I can't sit here and
back
argue
in
it.
the
He
day,
just stinks.
Kyrie Irving used to be like an absolute chicken man. Like he was one of the best shooters in my team.
My thing is, why is Kyrie's release the way it is? Like, I don't think his release looks
I don't
anything.
know what the hell they've done.
It doesn't make sense to me. Some
I don't
releases
know
actually
what
look
the hell
accurate.
2K have done.
I just
Kyrie
don't know
Irving.
about Kyrie's, man. They should give
Actually,
Kyrie
no.
his own,
Okay,
his
Lamar
own
Odom,
custom.
A. I do think of him more as a cone rather than a primary ball handler.
Lamar Odom
He's
does
a
belong
cone
in
point
A.
guard. Lamar Odom
I'm
is
not a big fan of
really,
him,
really
though.
good. Shoots it well, drives to the basket well, dunks it well. Is 6'10", obviously. With a decent,
A lot of
I mean,
people do like
6'11"
Lamar Odom, and they're good with
He's
him.
wingspan, but
I'm just not one
It's
of them.
okay. So yeah, he's going there. LaMelo Ball.
A2. There really might be 2 point guards in S for me.
So I don't know. I'm gonna give LaMelo. I'm gonna give him S tier for now because he's better than these guys at A tier.
I don't know if I like S tier. Dude, I don't know if I like S tier here. I really don't know.
Wait, is Giannis Antetokounmpo not a primary point guard?
No. If you want to put LaMelo
I
here, that's
forget
fine.
Giannis. I need to check this. I may or may not have forgot Giannis. I don't know how, but I forgot to put Giannis. I forgot to put the
Oh,
best primary
he
point
is
guard
primary
on this
point
list.
guard? I didn't even know that.
So lads, Giannis Antetokounmpo is S tier for those of you who are asking.
That's kind
I
of
don't
weird
know
that
how I
you,
forgot
that,
him.
yeah, that he just
But
must have
I'm gonna put
overlooked him
LaMelo
or
in
whatever.
S.
But
Larry,
I'm not a big Larry Bird fan. Especially now that we got the new Larry without blinders, I'm not a big
this
fan.
is a tough one. I don't know whether I'm gonna go A or B.
No, objectively, he is A
Actually,
or
I
B
think
tier.
Larry's a slightly worse version of Lamar Odom.
Way worse on current gen. Way.
I think Larry's
way
slightly
worse
better on
current
next gen, slightly worse on current gen. So I'm gonna put him.
No, the new Larry on current gen's good.
I'll put Larry in B. So LeBron James S.
I overlooked LeBron
I'm
when
a
I
big
first
fan of
looked at
LeBron
this.
James,
There
but
might be
still.
another. There's one more guy I think that's gonna belong
Okay
in S, but
shooter.
that's
LeBron
it.
James release is pretty good on next gen. It's not great on current gen.
It's
He
fine
still
if
gets
you run him
LeBron
at point
dunk
guard on
animations and
current
LeBron
gen.
defense. So
But now that we got the shooting guard Bron,
He's not quite Exum Bron,
he's-
unfortunately.
He's not even close to being Exum Bron.
he is not quite Exum Bron. At the two Exum Brons,
But he's
are
still
just-
good. Exum Brons are OD, but
I'm telling
this
you, they
LeBron
are
is
just
good.
different levels. There are levels to it, and them cards are about insane.
There's levels to everything, though. I mean, it's just the way it
Still
is.
not bad though. This Luka,
B.
I think with his release, Luka's are going to go S and C.
C?
Take S and B.
I was going to say DBG. That's where I'd have him. That's exactly where I would have him.
It's obvious why the Luka's S tier.
That invincible Luka is
X-base
incredible.
Invincible card.
Some people think he's still the best point guard in the game, and you absolutely can if you like that release.
I think that's enough for him.
Now, for me, I don't think he's the best point guard in the game. I do think he's very,
definitely,
very good.
Like, even if you don't want to say it, he's without question S tier, at least in the conversation.
No,
but I do think he's better. I do think it's hard to argue he's not better than LaMelo Ball.
Oh, absolutely. I think he is better than LaMelo.
Yeah, he is a unbelievable shooter. As far as shooting goes, he is up there with the best in the game, and as far as 3-hunters go, especially in next gen, he is the best.
Even on current gen, man, you come up with a guy that knows how to dribble.
Again, like there's a reason why I've held on to my gold blinders or my Hall of Fame blinders.
That's all I can say. Watch out, man.
I bought the blinders in the token market, and I am going to be holding on to Hall of Fame blinders until I get Luka. I am still quite a bit of XP off Luka.
Wait, DBG doesn't have Luka yet?
Because I just really haven't been bothered playing the game too much.
I don't blame you though.
So
you just gotta grind it at your own pace.
And this one here is a little bit slow release with XM on quick. This Magic Johnson.
Ew.
I'm gonna go C tier. This is the exact same as the hero Magic Johnson. I'm gonna go C tier, but
I mean, Magic just wasn't it.
Easily argue B. He's not bad. I don't think the problem is that he can't run on current gen.
Yeah, he could not run.
He's another one of those that's very good on next gen, not very good on current gen. He can't run, and like he was cheese in the way that you could post up cheese with him.
He just wasn't it. Magic was not it just because he couldn't run. And it's sad because Magic in past 2Ks has been my favorite player.
I'm gonna go Enshrined.
But it's just like Magic's value has never been.
I'm gonna go. I mean, all three Magic Johnsons are basically the same.
They are. All Magics are the same. You can't really separate them. The Invincible one, you can maybe say S tier.
I don't think they're as good as. I'm gonna put all three of them in A.
Because who am I taking, the Invincible Magic or a guy like LaMelo Ball? I don't know.
All three of the Magic Johnson cards in A. My reasoning for that is I think they all play the same.
I'm not a big Magic fan.
Enshrined is slightly worse or slightly better than.
It's sad because I actually loved Magic Johnson in years past.
Team USA, which is slightly worse than the Invincible, but like there's a reason why the Team USA card is only 30k. Like
some of those Team USA cards that are good though, like are cheap.
Maybe the best value. He's maybe the best value point guard in the game outside of next gen Nick Batum. If you're on current gen, he's probably the best value, either him or Josh Smith. But at like 30k, he's a steal. But
Magic for that price is very good.
Played exactly.
I mean, if you want to argue that, it's hard to do.
The other ones
are
fine.
He's
so
good.
That's
he's just not great, right? There's a difference between Magic and a guy like Ben Simmons.
We got Brogdon.
I don't like him.
Brogdon's pretty good.
I do not like Malcolm Brogdon.
Iggy base. Yeah, let's give Brogdon B tier. They took away his blinders, which is for me a point against him because I
mean, even on
the next gen player is a point against him.
I mean, I guess he's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna go
B tier is fine, but I would never use the card.
Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz is C tier, but he's a good C tier. He's 6'4", but he's got a good wingspan.
Markelle Fultz is fine. I don't like it. I don't mind his release.
Like there are very, very little.
There's some good things Markelle Fultz does for you. He's just not over.
There are very little flaws.
Over the top good.
Markelle Fultz game. I don't know how I mixed up him.
So far, this tier list is pretty good. Like so far, when looking at this tier list, it's pretty good overall. I mean, yes, you might argue, a couple of things. Maybe LaMelo down a tier. Maybe Jeremy Lin up a tier. But overall, it's good. Because who do I think is better, Jeremy Lin or Markelle Fultz? I personally think Jeremy Lin. So it's just those little things.
Good card. Not a card that anyone would rush out to get, but a really good card. Michael Carter Williams here.
I haven't used MCW enough.
MCW. He's 6'6", which helps. I actually like his release. He's good.
If you have Brogdon in B tier,
I'm not going to put him in A tier, but
MCW
I think belongs in B tier. Michael Ray Richardson, he's 6'5" with a long wingspan. I don't like his release though.
I don't like that release either. He is going to be good enough on defense.
Next gen. I tried it out on current gen. I didn't like it at all.
Me neither.
His defense is pretty decent as well. 6'5". He kind of
he's fine. He's fine. He's a card that if he would have came out, 4 months ago, maybe it'd been
John
okay.
Wall or Payton, so he's gonna go C tier.
He's just fine.
Michael Jordan. The reason why Magic Johnsons are all in A tier is because I'm putting 5 players. Well, technically 6 because Giannis should be in this tier.
I'm fine with
this. Move LaMelo down, I guess you can. You want to put Giannis up there, but to make sure there are 5 players in this top tier, we got.
Now, one thing I will say is this: Michael Jordan is so overpriced compared to the new Pantheon USA card. I just want to clarify.
Is Michael Jordan worth it? Hell no.
That's
what
I'm saying.
His best position playing at the 2, of course.
So just get the USA one.
100,000 MT Team USA card, the financially responsible.
Absolutely.
Instead of overspending for this
Absolutely,
card right
DBJ.
No
Way
brainer.
to include this.
the end of the day,
If you have
At the
Invincible
end
MJ, he's
of
good,
the
guys. I
day,
mean,
lads.
that it is what it is.
he's still in the top 5 of these specific cards. He's better than Magic Johnson and better
He
than
is.
Marlon.
He's probably better than Braun
Okay,
even.
Penny
at that
Hardaway.
point. I don't know. Maybe not. Because Braun's a little
Penny's
thicker.
a tough one because
And
he's
taller.
either top of A or top of B or lowest in A.
I think Penny Hardaway's A, guys.
And I think because I'm Larry in here and how much I like Larry, I'm gonna put him top of B.
I don't mind. I don't know. DBG's right though. He's a big step above a guy like John Wall, Malcolm Brogdon, MCW, but he's a big step below everybody
in
at
A
A
as well.
tier. So
Rafer
that's a
Alston.
tough one. Rafer stinks, guys.
I mean,
That dude
if they give him Trey
stinks.
Burke base, he'd be definitely E. But if I'm giving Kemba base means he's a reluctant E.
Rafer stinks, guys.
RJ Hampton is high B. High B.
Not on current gen. I do not think he's really. I guess he can still move and groove. I'll say that. I'll give RJ credit.
One of the best value cards.
You
in the
can
game, but in
still
my
move
opinion,
with RJ.
the fact that like KPJ is only a couple of thousand more expensive. KPJ is a little bit better value, but no,
I just
he
don't know
is-
about RJ, man. He's fine, but I don't know.
He's very, very good. He's very, very good. He's basically like just a better Kobe White.
That's
Better
a good way to
Kobe White,
describe
better
it too. I think he's better on next gen. Russ is not very
We
good.
put
guys.
Russ in D tier, especially on next gen with his blinders. I think D tier is fair for him. A little bit small though.
Shay's good.
Shai
A
Gilgeous-Alexander.
tier, no question.
B tier. I don't know why there's even a question.
Come
I don't
on,
like looking for A
DBG.
tier. His release is pretty good though. He is definitely B tier in my opinion.
I think he's A tier. I really do. I think he's a big step above everybody at B tier. I think he's better than Penny.
And again, he's B tier, but he is one of those cards where it's like his stats are good enough that if you really like his release, you can put him
I
in A
love
tier.
Shay.
No,
I
but
love
mean,
that
you can
release.
argue him in S tier, but I think
Not an S.
B or A is
I think
the right
A.
position for
I
him.
think A's where he
Steph
belongs.
Curry. Honestly, E tier.
Steph's better than most people at E
Like you
tier.
can put him in low D tier.
D,
but
probably.
I think he's closer
mean,
to a Kyrie
you-
Irving than he is to one of these guys who can actually
I don't hate Steph as much as
dribble
DBG
the
does,
ball.
though.
Who can
I
actually
really
move.
don't. Because on current gen, he's better than every
So,
single person at E tier, I think.
Oh, thank God. I nearly watched England score another goal. But this Steph Curry, though. This Steph Curry is good enough that he's a solid C tier player, but he's a solid C tier. Like, he's up there with Invincible D Rose. He may not be the worst Invincible in the game. Or the
I'm
second
fine with
worst
that.
Invincible
Wherever
in the game.
Invincible D Rose is, that's
Like,
where
we
Steph is.
all,
I'm fine with that. I'm definitely okay with all that.
And we all know that the worst
I'm okay with
Invincible
Stephen
game
D
is
Rose.
Iverson. But like,
Iverson stinks, man. Why are we even bringing up
may
his
not even
name,
be the-
DBG? Why are we bringing up
second worst
Iverson's
Invincible.
name?
Maybe better than D Rose, which is
That
maybe a bit of
dude
a shock.
stinks.
But yeah, for me, C tier is the best place for him. Steve Francis.
Steve Francis stinks. Steve Nash
I mean,
stinks.
I like
Walt
Waiters,
Frazier
but a
stinks.
lot of people don't. So
I
a
do
lot of
not
people
like
might
that
argue him
release.
worthless. I'm going to put him in E tier. I'm going to put Nash. I think Nash is a step below. Like
These
Westbrook
cards
and-
actually stink that we're on now.
I mean, no, if I'm putting Jeremy Lin in D tier, I got to put Nash. in D tier.
No, Lynn is so much better, at least on current gen, than Steve Nash.
Tyrese
I don't even think it's
Halliburton.
close.
Halliburton.
I
Do
think
put him
B tier.
E tier.
I think he's
Like,
B
he's
tier.
better than No, I'm gonna put Halliburton in C tier. I'm gonna put Tyrese Halliburton in C
Why,
tier.
though?
I think he's very, very good though.
Yeah, what does Michael Carter Williams or Malcolm Brogdon do better than Halliburton?
I think he's very, very good.
I don't know. See that, or even RJ Hampton.
Rose and Curry,
Yes.
maybe not. But like,
So is
honestly,
RJ
you could argue
Hampton
Rose
better?
and Curry over Wall and Payton.
That's what I'm saying.
But I do take them ahead, and I don't actually. I think Michael Carter Williams is a tier too high. I think. So what's that like, Michael Carter Williams? I think he's a tier too high.
I don't mind what you
Divac.
did there, but
I mean,
like I said, the difference between C and B are not large.
he's actually can be very effective.
Hey,
He's
for
a
the
giant
blocks
7
challenge,
point
if you need a point guard for the blocks challenge, he's a guy to
guard.
pick up.
He's not going above D tier, but I'm gonna put him D tier.
But I'll never use
Walt
that D
Frazier
card ever.
on next gen.
Ever.
He's
Even putting him at D tier is respectful because I would definitely rather use any card at E tier other than Vlade. I would.
D tier on current gen. He's worthless. Like on current gen, he's basically another Jason Kidd, but on next gen, he's actually probably even C tier. Wherever,
Wow.
maybe
What?
B tier. On next gen, he's probably wherever Gary Payton, John Wall are. So
What?
I'm gonna put him in D tier. He's definitely. high
Let's
tier.
relax on Walt Frazier,
I'm
okay?
Jason
Let's relax.
Then
He's
we got
usable,
Zion
but
and
let's
Wes,
relax.
both guys with the exact same jump shots, just one's right-handed, one's left-handed.
I like Wes
And
overall.
I
As a
think the
better
big
card.
difference is one is Kobe and quick, one is Kobe and very quick, and they both have similar builds, similar height.
Wes
So I'm
is a
gonna
better
go
card. It's-
Wes in A,
Oh my
I'm with
goodness.
Zion and B. I
Zion-
actually like the Zion a lot more than most people do. I think he's
No, Zion and B is fine. I'm fine with that. I don't love the card, but how he can compete on defense is fine. And I think West
Very
and A
underrated.
is where he belongs.
I think Wes is better than all the
This
guys
is a
in
good
here.
tier list, DBG.
And Wes
This is a good
definitely
tier
belongs
list.
in
I
a
like Tyrese up
So,
a
yeah.
tier. Maybe you know, a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, RJ down a tier. But this is a good tier
pretty
list.
much it, lads. This is the video.
This
These
is a
are
good
my
tier list. Now,
point-
if you get down here, you could argue that, you know, maybe a guy like, I don't know, I guess is worthless, is pretty worthless. Maybe you could argue a guy like Steve Francis is worthless, Ray for Austin. I don't know whether you were sidetracked with the soccer game, what the case was, but you did a good job on this tier list, DBG. Probably one of the best tier lists you've done so far.
That is the video.
That is one of the best tier lists DBG has done. So all credit to DBG because he did a good job there. I agree with most of these opinions. Even though DBG doesn't necessarily play current gen, he respects it enough in this video in particular to put some respect on some guys' names. So shout out to DBG, one of the best tier lists I've seen within this year particularly. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.